I imagine that you had objections against J1, correct? And you believe
Of
that
course.
J1 is somehow connected. And I believe that you believe that J1 is connected somehow to the Vikings because the Vikings have some semblance of eye. Is that correct?
You no,
Both come from
not the Vikings. Not the Vikings. They exist
so
before the Vikings. That's anachronistic.
So I wanted to ask you the following question: if the Israelites are E1B1A, that's what you believe, right?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. It's more nuanced than
So
that.
what haplogroup do you believe is the Israelite?
The original Israelite population would have been EP2, and then later divulged into E1B1A and E1B1B. Yes.
So are you aware that if the Israelites are E1B1, if Jacob is E1B1, then his descendants will be E1B1? Because E1B1 gave rise to E1B1A and E1B1B.
Of course, I just said that they would have divulged into E1B1A and E1B1B, so the original population would have been E1B1. This would explain. Let me finish. This would explain why when we see certain migrations coming into Africa, they're bringing in Asian culture. They're bringing in Asian material culture. They're bringing in Asian crops. They're bringing in coconut and bananas. That don't belong in sub-Saharan Africa. Same thing with E1B1B, E1B1B. They came from a farming. I want to be able to establish my premise, bro.
I know, but I need you to listen too.
You see how he muted me? Y'all see how he muted me? This is how religious this dude, faithful to God, is. He will not let me finish.
Jacob is E1B1. If that's what you're positing, then his descendants are going to be E1B1, and you indeed have populations of E1B1. For example, there's a gentleman named Orthodox Moor. He's E1B1. Those populations continue to exist. From E1B1, you later get.
Y'all hear him trying to fill a bus.
Now, if you're going to say that.
Well, faithful, you have to allow me to speak, brother. You have to allow me to speak. Allow me to speak, man. You're not allowing me to speak. You're trying to dictate what I believe.
I would like to actually lay forth.
No, you have to let me say what I believe in.
I'm actually going to lay, because this is my room. I'm gonna lay forth the.
No, you can't tell people what I believe.
Well, I actually can, because this is my.
No, you can't speak for me. You have to let me speak, dude.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna go to the audience.
And I'm not gonna be in your room no more. If you're gonna ask me questions, speak. Let me speak, faithful.
You're not gonna be in the room. Hold on.
You cannot tell people what I believe in.
I will tell you. So you're gonna.
No, nigga, you cannot tell me what I believe in, you pseudo.
You're not gonna be in the room. Which is true.
Stop speaking for me, bro.
Let's have a conversation. Let's not argue.
Right, do not speak for me, bro. Don't speak for me.
So this is the thing. So then I'm gonna finish speaking, and if you interrupt me, you're out of the room.
You see this pussy ass dude, man? He's trying to speak for me and muddy the water, cut me off. He don't know what the hell I fucking believe, or how my conversation is gonna go. He keeps cutting me off because he's trying to push his fucking rhetoric and build a straw man. He don't want me to speak for myself.
Let me just ask you, Yeshua, let me just, Yeshua, do you want to do a hot seat?
No, I want to be able to speak for myself. I don't want other people trying to dictate what I teach or what I believe. In order to get that, you have to ask me.
I'm not dictating what you teach.
That's exactly what he just did. No, you don't, because you fucked up the first time you open your mouth. You don't know what the fuck I teach. This motherfucker don't know what I teach. He don't fucking know.
E1B1A and E1B1B are Israelite haplogroups. Not only is that laughable in light of the fact of how DNA actually works, giving base populations, given the fact
this is why he don't even know what he's talking about.
E1B1A issue and E1B1B pre-existed Israel as a nation, number one.
That's dumb too, because you believe J1. J1 pre-exists that. You shot yourself in the fucking foot, you dumbass. This dude don't know nothing about DNA and want to dictate what I know. You see how idiotic this dude is, man? You see how idiotic this dude is? Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna kill his ass with something simple. Who were the who was the earliest skeletal remains in Levant? And fuck this dude all the way up.
The thing is, Yeshua, if you're
He's still trying to dictate what the fuck I'm talking about. This dude is so dogmatic. 2 minutes in this conversation, he's trying to dictate what the fuck I believe in and what I represent. Let me tell you what I represent before you start trying to argue what I represent. You don't even fucking know.
Say what you want to say. Matter of fact, we'll do the following. Let's do the following.
Look, he still ain't letting me speak. I'm gonna let you speak a minute later.
And then faithful to God, can I ask you one favor?
Zaya,
This is so dumb, bro. Yeah, dude, a clown for real, bro. Y'all seen already how the conversation started. Oh, I'm gonna tell you what the hell, nigga. You don't know what the fuck I believe. You gotta let me explain my own model. That was disrespectful as hell. That's why he getting this energy from me. All right, so we can clearly see who understands it. Oh, I thought you were letting me. Well, I'm gonna need at least 5 minutes to break this down.
And then I'll get 5 minutes to respond.
Got you. All right.
Hold on,
So we can clearly see who don't understand DNA. And then we got to use the Aristotle and dictum here. The brother said, well, E1, B1, or E existed prior to the Israelites. Newsflash, J1 existed prior to the Israelites 26,000 years ago, if you want to use the diversion theory. So that doesn't even work in your favor. J2 as well. If we look at the early skeletal remains of the Levantine populations, what haplogroup are they? The Proto-Israelite population is not haplogroup J1. It's not haplogroup J2. It's none of those groups. Haplogroup E dominated the Levant since the Epipaleolithic to the Neolithic times, all the way up to the Chalcolithic, which is the Copper Age. So the Proto-Israelites, the progenitors of the Israelites, the Semites would have had haplogroup E. When you look at the Natufians, they dominated from the Negev all the way up to the upper Syria. So when we're looking at the main haplogroup that would spawn or spur the Israelites, it would have to be them. When we see the genetic remains of the Levantines, of the Natufian sites, it's E1B1 and E1B1B. E1B1 becomes E1B1A, E1B1B. Through rapid radiation, you can create multiple haplotypes and subclades. This has been proven. So when we talk about who understands DNA, we clearly can see who understands DNA, who doesn't. All right? Because E1B1 is an upstream mutation. E1B1A and E1B1B is a downstream mutation from E1B1. So when you're trying to find the antecedents to the Israelites, you look at the skeletal remains in Levantine populations. All of them have haplogroup E. J doesn't come until later. This is why the scholars are saying the Proto-Afro-Asiatic group would have been EP2, which I told you. That's why I tell you the original population that would have spurred or brought forth the Israelites would be E1B1. It would not be J1 or J2. They came in and absorbed and adopted the culture from the Proto-Semites, the Proto-Afro-Asiatic groups. They adopted the languages. They adopted the culture. They were not there prior to. The oldest J1 marker or JP58 marker was found already, and it wasn't found in the Levant. It was found in the Caucasus. So we have an issue here. When we're talking about proximity to the originators or the progenitors of the Israelites, J1 are not even close. The people that was in the Negev to upper Syria were the Natufians, and we have their DNA. They all fall under haplogroup E. You can't get around that. And that explains why you have a farming culture coming into Africa that carry E1B1B and E1B1A. The Bantus, that's a farming culture. Where did they come from? What population they came from? All 8 diverse ethnic Jewish groups have a root that says they go back to a group of Africans, ancestral Africans. And the DNA they used was the Yoruba, and they also used the Bantu tribe. So we know that DNA composition and component was a part of the original Israelite population. And we know the progenitors of the Israelites would have had E markers. He cannot show you, Jay, in Neolithic Levantine populations. He cannot show you Epipaleolithic times where you see J there. J was not there. J was in the Caucasus, especially J1P58. We know this. They were nowhere near. They're Johnny come latelys. They come in and adopt and absorb the culture. They're not the originators. They're not the progenitors. And this is all facts. This is all facts. You can go to a paper that was done in 2016 by Lazarus. It gives you the genetic structure and breakdown of the populations of the Levantine from a 10,000 year period. So if people were there 10,000 years and you have another group coming in, this is essentially the $5 Indian problem. The $5 Indians come in and put their names on the dog rolls. Now they're the original Indians. No, that's not how it works. Genetically, when we look at the genes in the genomes of the skeletal remains, we see E1B1 there. We see E1B1B there. So we can see who the progenitors are. And like I just said, when they date the microsatellites, it goes back to around 3,000 years ago, and we can see the Yoruba component amongst them. What's the primary haplogroup of the Yoruba? E1B1A. So there's no question who was there. There's no question what genetic component was there. We have the information. He's going to have to come with empirical data. J1 was not even in the land.
Time issue.
Let me know when my time starts. Count me down.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
What you just heard here was the ramblings of a person who has amateur leanings. And
you heard that? He's not going to even address it.
What he told you about the Naphtufians is indeed true. What he didn't tell you, however, is according to the biblical narrative, Abraham didn't come from the Levant. He migrated into the Levant. And ironically enough, when we look at the evidence for J1,
what did I just say?
Ironically enough, in roughly the same time frame that Abraham would have migrated. Abraham being the
right, ramblings. He's about to ramble.
Ishmael being the father of Isaac, and Isaac was the father of Jacob and Esau. There's where you get your Israelites, there's where you get your Edomites. Abraham was also the father of the Midianites. Isn't it ironic that his own evidence actually lends credence to the idea of Hamites being in the region? Where was E1B1B originated from? Well, if we look at the evidence, it originated in East Africa. East Africa, right? Now, if he wants to argue E1B1B migrated from Western Asia into East Africa, isn't it funny, though, that the Bible itself also lends credence to this idea of the Tower of Babel? You have all the different nations being dispersed into different directions. Ironically enough, E1B1B also had its migration into Africa, hence where you get the origin point of E1B1B in East Africa. And later, E1B1A migrates west, and E1B1B remains.
This is why these dudes hide on Clubhouse, because there's no sharing of the streams.
Actually, J1 and J2, or more specifically J1, has its origin point in Western Asia. Now, the area near the Caucasus, which our friend here, because he makes the argument for a particular stream of J1 being in the Caucasus, he thinks that this somehow negates the preponderance, the grandness of J1 all throughout Western Asia. But ironically enough, when we look at it right here, and I'm going to give some sources.
I'm about to give a source too. I already have it on the stream.
2009 estimates that basically the migration happened of
facts, bro. Like, this dude is completely off, man.
Appears in the southern Levant, Israel, Palestine, Jordan, and across the Arabian Peninsula during the Bronze Age from approximately.
That's exactly what I just said. The Bronze Age. Before the Bronze Age, you don't see them there, you dumbass. This dude's stupid, man. And our lineage don't start with Abraham. It starts with Shem.
Does our friend just know that the paper said that the Naphtufians E1B1B is, it literally says, not genetically related to sub-Saharan populations.
This dude dumb.
B1.
We understand that. This dude dumb. Of course, you're not paying attention.
When I get my time next time, I'm going to bring out that.
No, bring it out now, dumbass.
It's ironic that you're trying to spout all this jargon, but the very thing that you brought out actually cuts you in the end.
Actually, it doesn't. You just all this dude doing is quoting the Bible. You're not ascertaining any information or giving any methodology.
Shot yourself in the foot.
This dude, what is this dude, man?
Arabians, predominantly J1.
Okay, that's just introgression.
Predominantly J1. The people of Israel, their predominant haplogroups.
J1.
The largest minority haplogroups, because they have a large abundance of different haplogroups, is J1 and J2. Then after that, you know what's funny? You know that's what we find? 1B, 1B. And that also goes in with the biblical narrative of the Israelites leaving Egypt and having converts.
Watch this.
None of this goes against any of the evidence. In fact, this is in my favor while it's going against your presuppositions.
Actually, it's not.
You know what?
Watch this.
Because I want to hear his rebuttal. Because I got more to come.
All right, so you obviously didn't listen to anything I stated at first.
You guys want me to start the time over?
Give him his 5 minutes, and then after
right.
he's done, yeah,
okay.
He obviously didn't. He obviously didn't.
3, 2, 1.
He obviously didn't listen to what I said. Of course, the J Marcus was in the Bronze Age. I said that. Listen closely. And again, Shem's lineage doesn't start with Abraham. It starts prior to that. Shem's lineage, his descendants, would be in the Levant, not in the Caucasus. So we're going to read the origin of the fusion of J1M267, which is where they say the Cohen monohaplotype comes from. All right, so in this paper, it states, here we study past human male demography in West Asia with 172 high coverage whole white chromosome sequences and 889 genotype samples of haplogroup J1M267. We show that the haplogroup evolved 20,000 years ago somewhere in northwestern Iran, the Caucasus, the Armenian highland, and northern Mesopotamia. This is not the Levant. The major branch, here it goes, J1A1A1 P58 evolved during the early Holocene 9,500 years ago somewhere in the Arabian Peninsula, southern Mesopotamia. Haplogroup J1M267 expanded during the Chalcolithic, the Bronze Age, and Iron Age. So prior to this, you don't have this haplogroup here. And he's got to answer why. They come in during the Chalcolithic, the Bronze Age, and the Iron Age. Who was there prior to? These will be your Semitic groups. And he keeps saying, oh, these will be Ham. No, we know who the Hamites are. We all know who the Cushites are. If you look at the early Kerma skeletal remains, the Cushites would be AM13. Haplogroup E and haplogroup A are separate, distinct groups. You're just quoting Bible verses and garbling and making it garbled and confusing it with science. No, you let the empirical data mold your theory, not the Bible verse. Because the empirical data is showing that J1P58 is not autochthonous to the Levant. The Semites would be autochthonous to the Levant. The people that brought forth Afro-Asiatic languages would be autochthonous to the Levant. You can't say they're Hamites because we know the genetic makeup of the ancient kingdom of Kush. We know that. We have the skeletal remains of the pre-Kerma population. They are haplogroup AM13, high frequencies. You're using modern population density. You cannot use modern population density and try to superimpose that on ancient populations. You know what you need? Ancient DNA. I'm showing you ancient DNA. Ancient DNA in the land of the Levant would be E1B1. The Natufians would rule from the Negev to the upper Syria. That would be your Semites, not J. J would be Japhet, just like O would be Japhet. The early Neolithic Europeans, and according to Josephus, the first Proto-Europeans would be Japhites, would be haplogroup I, G, H. These are all relatives. And we know according to the Y chromosome, if you share I, G, H, J, you go back to F. That means you share a paternal ancestor in common. that paternal ancestor has to be Japhet, because we already know the Proto-Europeans would be Japhites. Cheddar Man's haplogroup I, which is the brother group of J. You're not going to get around that. This is empirical. So you're trying to superimpose with biblical mumbo jumbo, and your interpolation is not going to work here, buddy. All over Europe, you have FM89 lineages. You cannot harmonize that. But where do we see Shem at? We see them in the Levant, from the Negev to Upper Syria. Now you brought up, E1B, the haplogroup E or E1B1B started in East Africa. That's a theory. Show me the skeletal remain from 20,000 years ago of haplogroup E in East Africa. Show it to me. We can show you the skeletal remain of JP58 13,000 years ago in the Caucasus in Georgia. We can show you that. Show me the ancient remain of E1B1A 20,000 years ago, 13,000 years ago in Egypt. Show it to me. You cannot. But guess what we can show you? 8,000 years ago, 9,000 years ago. We can show you I in Mesolithic Europe. We can show you G in Mesolithic Europe. We can show you J in Mesolithic Georgia Caucasus. We can show you that. Faithful can't show you nothing but Bible verses. All you doing is using a bunch of garbled scriptures and not using empirical science. Who really understands the data? Let's get it. Whooping this nigga ain't cooking this nigga, man. Cooking this nigga. It's not even close. It's not even close. You say I'm cooking this nigga, man. Fuck this nigga talking about.
3, 2. Okay, can y'all hear me?
Fuck is this nigga talking about, man? Got me fucked up.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Okay. 3.
Fuck is this nigga talking about? It's over, man. It's over, nigga. Nigga, see you got your bean cooked.
But our unlearned friend here doesn't seem to understand, because he thinks that this is actually corroborating his claim.
Look, he's still going back to his mumbo jumbo and his rhetoric. I just killed him with empirical facts.
Now, this is from BioRxiv.
He finna solidify my point even more. I'm in the room, James, cooking this nigga faithful to God. Cooking this nigga, man. It's not even fucking close. This nigga just reading Bible verses saying, oh, you're Ham. You're this. I'm showing you genetic skeletal remains. Come on, man. Right, time ran out on me, bro. You hear me? You hear me? Nigga was getting his ass cooked, bro. Niggas was getting his ass cooked. And now you're going to read the paper. The paper is not going to help your cause, brother. It's not going to help your cause. You lost. You dead. You gave me theory. Show me the skeletal remain of E1B1A in sub-Saharan Africa 20,000 years ago. Show it to me. Now he fucked up. I gave him the population of Kush, y'all. I gave him the population of Kush. AM 13. You can't say we Ham. We got the population of Kush. I'm fucking this nigga up, man. Who the fuck he thought he was, man? What he thought this was? He thought it was sweet and low in here. It's over. I got him down so I can talk my shit, man. It's over, man. He trying to say it's not sub-Saharan Africa. Who gives a fuck? We're not even saying we started in sub-Saharan Africa. You can't prove it. All that trying to make us Ham, it don't work, because we already know who the Hamites were. They had an haplogroup A. So who is E? Who is DE? Shem, man. What the fuck is this nigga talking about, bro?
People of Iran being J1. All these people that he conveniently omits and leaves out. Ironically enough, he wants to talk about, we have to go with the science. But then he wants to ignore the biblical evidence. But then he wants to make appeals to the biblical evidence while having a YouTube channel called Genesis 49ers, which makes no sense. Genesis 49ers.
Look at him. Look at him. Filibustering. No evidence. You're running out of time, sir.
Not trying to harmonize it with science. Is that's what's going on here? Because I'm harmonizing my theory with the biblical text. You're disharmonizing the biblical text with your theory.
Man, fuck your theory, man.
You're trying to make appeals to where I and all these different branches that came from a base population, which would line up with the idea of a Tower of Babel, but would not line up with his ahistorical and just completely.
He just making shit up. All he doing is I gave proof.
That I can actually quote you. This is Rick Kittle, an actual geneticist.
I gave all the proof. All he doing is making claims. Affirmation is not confirmation.
Different haplogroups from a base progenitor in terms, and I gave him a time frame, a rough time frame of when geneticists, when biblical scholars believe Jacob would have existed. Given
facts, Hamites are A and B.
It is very unlikely if you're going to have 12 sons, because I broke it down for him, that from the 12 sons you're going to get 2 different base population DNAs.
Got you. Watch
coming
this.
From a singular progenitor. If Jacob is E1B1B, as he put it,
I didn't say E1B1B.
His descendants are going to be E1B1B.
That's a lie.
If he's E1B1, they're going to be E1B1. Now the thing is this: he doesn't like J1 because he thinks that somehow you find it in the Caucasus. Guess what, Joshua? We find E1B1B in Eastern Europe. We find E1B1B in various populations in Europe. So the ironic part is that the E1B1B that you were attempting to make an appeal to isn't even connected to sub-Saharan African groups.
No one cares about that. How does that help your argument? Do you hear this dumbass nigga? How does that help your argument? I'm saying we started in the Levant and then migrated into Africa, you dumbass. Of course. Yeah, that proves our point. Bro, this dude is so fucking stupid, bro. I'm glad I'm getting this recorded, man. Goof ass nigga. Watch this.
And ironically enough, he is the progenitor of the Arabs. He's the progenitor of the Israelites, the Edomites. He's the progenitor of the Midianites. You know, all the Semitic.
Goofy ass nigga, man. He getting his ass killed right now.
See, here's the thing. Semitic in our current vernacular can indicate a wide variety of different groups. Canaanites, technically.
Time.
Wait, how many minutes did I have? 5 minutes.
All right, let me rock, man. Let me rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming out the shoulders right now, man. Your man lumped. That whole dialogue,
Wait. I'm gonna start this time.
Go ahead.
2, 1, go.
All right, man. That whole little rhetoric, filibustering he just did don't mean nothing, man. All he did was make claims. Affirmation is not confirmation. I need to see ancient E1B1A skeletal remains in sub-Saharan Africa or East Africa. You haven't showed that going back 10,000, 20,000 years ago. You haven't showed that. I'm still waiting on that. And he brought up E1B1. Oh, the children would be, the initial children would be E1B1. They would be. Then as rapid radiation happens, their clades would mutate. If you knew genetics, you would understand that. And they would be able to produce downstream clades. What's downstream from E1B1? E1B1A or E1B1B? That's what's downstream from E1B1. It's highly plausible. And if you understood DNA and rapid radiation and how mutations work, then you would know that. But obviously you don't. You're a Bible thumper, man. That's all it is. You're not bringing forth any scientific proof. I'm still waiting on J1 in the Levant prior to the Chalcolithic. Can I see that? You can't even prove E1B1 is Ham. We know the original Hamite population because we know Kush. We know where that came from. We have 19th, 18th century BCE Middle Kingdom inscriptions telling you who the land of Kush was and who the people of Kush was. And they're AM13. E1B1 is not AM13. So who is E? Where does E come from? Where does DE come from? Huh? Where it come from? We know where it come from because we got the ancient remains. He hasn't provided ancient remains yet. All he's giving you is rhetoric. JP 58, 13,000 years in Georgia, Russia. You guys can all, not Georgia, Russia, the Caucasus. You guys can all look that up right now in this paper, the origin and diffusion of JM267. Why is he not giving you any ancient remains? And then he made a mention, he said, oh, this says they don't have any sub-Saharan African. We're not saying sub-Saharan African is our genesis. Duh. If you're saying E1B1A is from sub-Saharan Africa, can I please get a skeletal remain, sir? Give me some proof, not your biblical rhetoric, not your interpolation. I need some evidence. The evidence is showing the bearers of EP2, E1B1 are the population that brought forth Proto-Afro-Asiatic. The evidence is showing EP2 brought in farming through the Neolithic Revolution. And what do we see with E1B1A and E1B1B bringing into Africa? Farming. The Bantus, farmers. The E1B1B clades that went into East Africa, farming. What else did they bring with them? They brought Asian material culture with them. They brought horses to West Africa through the Note culture. Horses come from the steppes, the Eurasian steppes. And we see E1B1A and E1B1B in the Oshu civilization, which is in South Asia. So we can make that connection. These people are Semites. According to science, not your biblical jargon, not your interpolation. Science. Coconuts, bananas, where do they come from? South Asia. Chickens, where do they come from? South Asia. Who are the first people to eat and consume chicken? Palestinians. The material culture is telling you where these people come from, not your biblical understanding and your interpolation. Can I please get some skeletal remains and not your breakdowns of verses, sir? That's not how science works. You let the empirical data mold your theories. That's how you're supposed to do it. You're dealing with scientific material, genetics. You have to practice a proper methodology. So we can show you introgression into sub-Saharan Africa because we can see the material culture they brought with them. The Bantus had metallurgy. Where did that start? Asia. Chickasees, Asia. Humpback cattle, where do they come from? Asia. You see all of this material culture with these people, where did they come from? Asia, man. You got to show information like that. You can't. We know where J1 comes from. They're not from the Levant. They're not from the Levantine populations. And you know it, I know it, we all know it. That's why you keep running to your biblical understanding. The Tower of Babel. Wouldn't all people be at the Tower of Babel? What are you actually saying? This guy is just giving you nothing but garbled nonsense. So to recap, the early Japhetic people that lived in Europe would have I, H, and J, and G, and they go back to the FM89 lineages. F means... Let's get it.
All right, let me go ahead and let's do this open discussion. I want to beat this guy up, man.
He getting his ass whooped.
So,
he getting his ass whooped, bro.
correct me if I'm wrong,
Nigga getting his ass whooped, man.
Because
He getting his ass whooped.
text to posit your belief.
It's over. I don't even have to stay. It's over.
And all that other beautiful stuff.
It's over.
It's biblical
Game.
information, and ironically enough, that's
Game.
what you're doing. So, Jashu, can I ask you the following question? Well, various things.
Gang, man.
Do you believe in the theory of evolution, just out of curiosity?
I believe in evolution. I don't believe in macroevolution.
So you do realize that positing all of this evidence would have to lead you in the direction of literally the theory of evolution, human beings, speciation, all that good stuff. You do realize that this is all contingent on that, right? You don't get to cherry pick what you like and don't like if you want to use the science. Since you're accusing me of cherry picking, I'm going to put you on the hot seat.
Look, he trying to get up out that fire.
How much of a fraud you are.
He trying to get up out that fire. I didn't kill this nigga. I didn't beat this nigga head in. Ain't nothing to talk about. He ain't getting no specimen. He ain't getting no fucking specimen yet, bruh. Nothing.
Abraham wasn't from the Levant. Abraham migrated into
our lineage don't start in the Levant.
He is the progenitor of Pharaohs.
This dude is dumb, bro. Our lineage didn't start in the Levant, bro.
Edomites, Midianites. So,
it's over with, bro. It's over. It's over, bro. It's fucking over.
This is when those people groups were introduced into the region. They wouldn't have been native to the region prior to Abraham coming into the region. Now, what you're
Watch this.
You're playing a little game here.
Watch
What
this.
you're trying to do, and I'm not. And by the way, this isn't. You can interact with me. You can interrupt me if you want.
Yeah.
Like this isn't time. We're having an open dialogue right now.
I'm fucking this nigga up.
I want you to interact with me.
I'm fucking this nigga up, bro.
There.
I'm fucking this nigga up, man. That shit over. Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening to you, bro. Sometimes you gotta just listen.
Do you realize that you're playing a game with the people who tend to follow you, in that you're accusing me of biblical interpolation when that's what you're doing? It's ironic that you're doing the same thing.
Well, again, an affirmation is not a confirmation. You can make that claim all you want. Let's just talk about the evidence. Now, we see Jake. Wait. No, bro. You're trying to hold on. Let me respond. You want it?
Hold on a second.
How do you tell me to speak, and when I try to respond, you won't let me talk?
I am asking you something.
No, I need to respond.
I said I had 3 questions I wanted to ask.
No, one question at a time, bro. That's gish galloping.
Here comes the second question.
Moderate, Zia. Moderate, bro. Moderate, bro.
Do it like that, one question at a time.
So
you see what happened when you beat these pseudos up? You see what happened when you beat these niggas up, bro? This nigga punch drunk right now. He trying to get up out of this. It's over. I don't even have to say. Hold on, let me turn this down. I don't have to say nothing else. The onus is on him. He's trying to find a way out of it. Show me the ancient specimens that back up your claim. Show them. You can't.
The silliness in your argument.
Look, he's still doing his filibustering and rhetoric. Where's the specimens that prove that J1 was there? Where's the specimens? None. Yeah, man. It's time to throw in the towel, bro. You dead, dude. This nigga dead. This nigga dead. I could just leave the room. There's no purpose of me being here anymore. You haven't given me any evidence. All he's doing is giving rhetoric and filibustering right now. It's not even point. There's no point in me turning him back up and listening to him. I'm waiting on specimens. You're saying that these people were ancient Semites. Well, show me these people in the land. Oh, you can run into Abraham. J1 didn't go into the land 3,000 years ago. J1 came in the land 5,000 years ago during the Chalcolithic. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Exactly, sound mind. It's over. It's over. Ain't nothing else to talk about. It's on record. Yeah. Now I have to be able to respond to what you said. That's a fallacy of irrelevance. What we're trying to do here is find out who the. No, it's irrelevant, bro. DNA.
Let him answer. You just ask your question.
Yeah, keep muting me. Keep muting me.
Can you answer that question?
All right, bro. If you don't want to talk about the topic at hand that we just had a discussion about, we can get out of here, bro. It's over with. You lost. You got your ass kicked, man. Show me the specimens. It's over, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. I'm not gonna keep playing with your dumb ass. He talking about evolution. What that got to do with what we talking about? He didn't provide no shred of evidence. Where's the fucking evidence? I need to see specimens, not your garbled Bible breakdown. Anybody can do a Bible breakdown. You're saying these people is here. Where is the fucking evidence? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna keep going back and forth. I got the footage. You got your ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say now. He want to step here and change the topic, and he removed the moderator from the room. I don't work for you niggas, bro. You got your ass whooped. Where are the specimens in the ancient land of the Levantine in Israel? Where are they? And then he mentioned Abraham, bro. Shem's lineage don't start with Abraham. It doesn't start with Abraham. It starts with Shem. And we know the Semites would have been replete in the Middle East. Where does Japheth start? In Europe. Who are the ancient people in Europe? FM89 lineages. Those will be your Japhites. You can't get around that. Who are the Hamites? Well, we know who were the ancient Cushites. AM13. Where's your rebuttal? Oh, no, let's talk about evolution. Man, get your goofy ass out of here, man. Anybody trying to talk about no damn evolution? The reason why he changed the topic, and this is why I wanted to do this live, to show you guys that these dudes are full of shit. He changed the topic because he had no evidence or proof to his claims. You finally ran into somebody that's not going to fucking play with you. I'm going to stick you with the proof. Hey, here's the empirical data. Here's what the papers say. Here's what the material culture says. This is where we come from. Based on this, Not no biblical breakdown that you just made up off the spot, off the rip. Use a Bible thumper. You're not a scientist. You don't even think like a scientist. Because the first thing would come out your mouth, here's my premise. Here's my hypothesis. Here's my evidence to support my hypothesis. I just fucked this dude up, bro. Like, get out of here, man. You don't know what the fuck you talking about, bro. You out of there. They're going to link right there, Orthodox More. Come on in. D-Red, come on in, man. Discuss what just happened. This dude changed. Bro, I beat this nigga so bad, he changed the whole topic to human evolution. He didn't even want to talk about it no more. I beat this nigga so bad that he changed the topic to do I believe in Darwinian evolution, bro. You punch drunk.
So I missed the first part of that. What was he saying? What was he trying to say at the beginning half of that?
Oh, man.
What was his opening premise?
Oh, first he was trying to say that he was trying to tell me what I believe.
Okay.
And, you know, right. I got a set of nuts. So you're not going to sit up here and tell me what I believe. You ask me what I believe.
Fact.
You ask what it is I teach.
Fact.
And he kept muting me. Then when we did the 5-minute thing, I'm beating his ass all 5 minutes. I'm giving him nothing but empirical data. You know what he does? No, we ain't doing it time no more. We doing open discussion. Just change it on the fly. Then while we doing the open discussion, he want to talk about evolution. When I asked him in my third round, show me the specimens of J1 in the Levant. Show me the skeletal remains. You said we Hamites. Show me the skeletal remains of us 20,000 years ago in sub-Saharan Africa. Show them. And right when I did that, no, we're going to do an open panel now. We're going to just have an open discussion because now the onus is on you to show some proof. Now you want to fucking change the topic.
So here's what I'm trying to say. So what is he trying to say about Abraham and Jay though? Because like he was like so literally like he his homie Abu had to tell him he had to back off his argument or whatnot because he was like nah, like Abu was telling me you have to respect the E argument, you know what I'm saying? And so Faithful came out on Brent's channel was like, yeah, he respects the E argument now, you know what I'm saying? So he had to come, he came out and publicly changed his whole thing.
No, he wasn't like that. He didn't come with that energy. He wasn't like that. He didn't come with that energy. He was on some bullshit. And I was like, bro, you keep saying Abraham is Jay. First of all, Jay got into the land of Israel during the Chalcolithic. The Chalcolithic, there was no fucking Abraham. I'm showing him he don't know what he talk about the whole time. I'm like, bro, we can see who knows what they're talking about and actually studies this. You do not. Abraham would not come in with the Chalcolithic. That's 5,000. That's 5th millennium stuff, man. Abraham don't come into win. The Middle Bronze. I'm like, yo, I'm really dealing with an amateur. And he kept running with his Bible verses. I'm like, I don't care what you think about what the Bible's saying. Where's your evidence? Show me J1 in the Levant. Oh, they're Hamites. Oh, well, he is not Ham. He is not Ham. We know who Ham is. We know who the ancient Cushites are. We have the pre-Kerma population. They're AM13. We're not Ham, sir. And every claim he made, I said, can I get some evidence for it? He never gave us evidence. He said, well, they would have started in the Caucasus because of the Tower of Babel. Dumbass, that means everybody would be at the Tower of Babel. That means all haplogroups would be there. That doesn't help your argument. So he just got his ass whooped for about 15 minutes. Dude, hey, when this live go down, just go back and watch the first 30 minutes Orthodox More, and you're gonna witness it. You're gonna witness it, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to because I can't ever get into his rooms, fam. Like I can't even get in the audience. I just want to be in the chat and listen, fam.
He had me blocked at first.
I'm still blocked.
They had to advocate for me to even get in there.
I was trying to get in, fam. I'm like, man, I just want to listen, fam.
Yeah,
I just want to hear.
He talking about J1 start with Abraham when J1 was there before even Abraham existed.
Hold on, he's saying J1 started with Abraham?
Yeah, because Abraham migrated. I'm like, no, J1 didn't start with Abraham. We got the ancestor J1 P58 in the Caucasus. You done. That's the information I'm giving. He's not even giving any information. He's like, well, according to the Bible, the Tower of Babel and the Bible, Abraham migrated here. Bro, that's not a scientific argument. That's you giving biblical jargon.
Facts.
That's all you're doing. And I'm telling people, look, The early Japhites, according to Josephus, were in Europe. So let's go to early Europe. What are the specimens we find there? G, H, I think we find one J in Finland.
Uh-huh.
These would be your Japhites. In the argument. Where would Ham be? The early Cushites, AM13. So we can't be Ham. Logical deduction. Shem have to be in DE. There's nothing you can say to that.
So what is he using to argue against E if he was just acknowledging on other channels that he had to respect the E argument?
Well, he's not using anything but, the Bible. That's all I heard from him, the Bible. According to the Bible, you're Ham. I'm like,
why?
No, that's not how you ascertain population.
How does that work? Hold on. How does he figure out that we're Ham based upon the Bible?
Well, the Canaanite. Oh, well, the Canaanites were there. Okay, well, the Natufians were in the Negev all the way to the Upper Syria. Now what?
Wow.
And the Natufians existed before the Canaanites was even a population. You guys have a chronological problem. And that's the issue. Everything that dude was saying was anachronistic.
Facts.
You put Abraham in the Chalcolithic. That's the Copper Age. Abraham lives in the Bronze Age. The middle of it. You don't know what the hell you're talking about, and you don't know genetics. He's like, well, if they were E1B1, then all his children would be E1B1. You have the initial population, then you have something called rapid radiation, where they would spit out multiple clades. We know this because we see this with the EV13. We see this with EM78 becoming EV13. It happened very rapidly. It can happen like that. And I was pretty much sending him to school. Like, bro, you out of your league. You out of your league. You cannot fuck with me because you don't study this stuff. All you do is read the Bible and give your interpretation of it. We don't do that here at the source. When have we done that?
It's the source, fam. Source up or shut up, fam.
Exactly. And then when I left, he ran. I'm like, man, it's over with, bro. You want to talk about evolution? I'm not here to play games with you. You changed the subject because you're getting your ass beat.
That's straight non sequitur as hell. Come on, what are you talking about?
Bro, that's irrelevant, bro. Now I need to see these specials. No, bro, he muted my mic. I'm like, man, I'm out of here, bro. I'm not finna sit up and let this loser try to dictate shit.
Faithful, you told me, and you told the world, fam, that you had to put some respect in the argument that was possible with that was plausible with that. And bro, you told me behind closed doors, fam, that you had to respect the fact that there was nobody, fam. Like,
yeah,
that's why he's stripping, bro. Like, come on, like, so if you know that, fam, just rock with, like, be honest, be like, okay, I can't conclude that it's J, I can't conclude that it's E. You know what I'm saying? We gotta wait for everybody on to the doctrinal conversation. Come on, Favor, stop playing.
Man, he got his ass whooped today, bro. That's what happened. And I'm the right one because I'm going to talk to you like that. I'm going to give you that energy.
Right.
Peace to the divine prospect, but I don't approach it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming with energy. You say something dumb, I'm going to let the people know, like, hey, man, what he just said shows his lack of knowledge in the field.
Facts. Hey, nothing wrong with the good cop, bad cop, fam.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, he said Yahshua faithful is trying to turn the Ngozi. Me and Ngozi talk. He don't even believe Jay is fucking Israel. He has a different model. His model is A and B are pre-Adamites according to him. D and E is Ham and Shem according to him, and J will be Japheth. F will be Japheth. He say the same thing. He just put A and B as pre-Adamites. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody to speak for me either. He trying to find help right now. I didn't beat this dude up so bad, Orthodox more. He trying to find help. Like when I beat up Garfield, he had to get his whole squad against me. It was 8 people in there waiting on me. Oh, man.
As much as Ngozi been on Clubhouse talking about the Natufians and talking about the basal population in the Middle East and whatnot. And like,
I call Ngozi right now, tell him to come on the channel.
Why? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on. Like, stop playing faithful. Like,
apparently, I've been something epic.
Stop playing, bro. I call Ngozi right now, man. Stop fucking playing with me, man. Hold on. Let me get this.
Yo, I've been watching Ngozi break that joint down to Israeli Jews, fam. Come on now. Stop playing faithful.
I'm calling Ngozi right now. Tell these dudes stop playing with me, man. Like after my second round, I'm like, there's no reason for me to be here. You're not bringing nothing to the table. I'm the only one bringing empirical data. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? All that muting me every 5 seconds. Please leave your message for. I can't get him on the phone, but all they're trying to mute me every time I say something you don't like, and then telling me I'll move you to the man, move me to the audience. I just fucking leave. I don't care about this like you do. You know what I'm saying? I proved my point already. Use a Bible thumper. You're not a scientist. You don't have a scientific mind. You're not worried about the genetics. You just don't want to see black people claiming to be Israelites. You racist. And trying to find any angle to go against that. But the science is showing that we Jews. All right, here we go. And Gozy.
What's up, bro?
Man, I just killed that nigga faithful to God, man. In his own room.
What happened?
Man, I smoked that nigga bad, bro. This nigga talking about Bible verses in the Tower of Babel. I'm giving actual scientific evidence and skeletal remains and demography. He talking about Tower of Babel. Boy, if you don't get your goofy, you know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you was able to do that. He I don't know where he everywhere, bro. Like I don't even know where his stance is. I mean, 1 minute I don't know what his haplogroup is. He never said it, but I don't know what faithful to God on. Because it's according to him, he's trying to make all the so-called Hebrew J, which is problematic.
Thank you, because J would come from, if we're gonna look at a biblical mind, biblical frame, what son of Noah would J come from?
Well, what you talking about? Like from the biblical timeline?
No, from biblical sons of. Remember we talked about the biblical sons.
It gotta be Joseph. It gotta be Joseph.
The Japhet, right?
Yeah, it gotta be Joseph. Yeah, that's my whole thing is following the model between the families if we was able to use that model. So yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I'm beating them up on that. I'm saying, bro, can you give me some skeleton remains? This brother talking about the Tower of Babel and Abraham migrated here. I'm like, yo, can you give me some skeleton remains? You keep going back to the Bible, bro. Abraham, first of all, Abraham existed after J1 came into the Levant. He came in. J1 came in the Levant in the Chalcolithic.
Yeah, he came. Ibrahim came back to the Levant between 4,000 years ago or 3,000 some years ago.
Thank you.
The Bronze Age.
In the bronze, not the Chalcolithic.
No. Jay was already wandering around. It's actually started to hit. Some leeches branched out much earlier, but it really started to predominate before Prophet Ibrahim came down or came back down.
Facts, bro.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Whenever you get a chance, man, you should do a show.
Man, I'm doing it right now. I just killed his ass live.
Oh, I thought you did it on his show.
I did it in his room, but I had the live going so everybody could hear this silly nigga get cooked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at the gig. I'm gonna jump on. I'm going to sit you here in the background, so I'm gonna call you in a little while.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Peace. What I tell you, I got a lot.
Jay is problematic. Y'all heard
it. Goofy ass nigga. Goofy.
Shit, at least he let you talk, Yeshua. They asked that I speak real quick. He was like, James Cassell in the crowd? Oh, nah, let me get him up out of here and kick me smooth up out of there.
Right. Controlled opposition.
Because he was like, man, you can't make sense of it. And I was just going to come and be like, hold up, explain the CF for Japheth, DE for Shem, AB for Ham, you know what I'm saying? Break it down real quick in a biblical framework. But he ain't want no parts of that.
Right. No, that's why all I was getting them. I was cooking that nigga head. I was cooking that nigga bean, man. I was making roasted coffee up in here, man.
But this what separates, you know what I'm saying? Us, the more scientific minded ones who can also put it within a biblical model from these, like you say, Bible thumpers? They just dogmatic. They so dogmatic to their doctrine that they don't want to see that, us as black people here in America can actually be the sons of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and whom prophecy has foretold of, who gonna come back to reign and to power. Why? Because they scared they gonna be on the wrong side. That's what they worried about. They gonna be on the wrong side of God, man.
Hey, look what this nigga just called this nigga faithful to Gog.
Georgia is God, God. That's
we
what
gonna
God
we
said,
gonna we gonna
God
steal
is.
that. Faithful to Gog ass nigga. Facts, he did get beat up, man. That shit wasn't even close. Bro, I'm bringing up skeletal remains, demography, migration patterns, material culture. You know what I'm saying? I was giving them everything, James, within 5 minutes. I had to be fast with it, but I'm just giving it to them. And
I
all
heard
they
I
do,
heard the last two you went when you was hitting them with the chicken, the horses, the zebu cat, all that. You know how they came in, farmers and you know, pastoralists and stuff like that. I heard you hit them with that part.
yeah. I'm like, listen, who the first people to eat chicken? Palestinians. Where coconut and bananas come from? Asia. Where the cattle come from? Where the humpback cattle come from? Asia. Like, bro, you done. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Get them the fuck out of here. I'm gonna have to use that, man. Every time I see him, faithful to Gog. Now you guys see why when I messaged him, I said, let's have a formal debate. He never messaged me back. He blocked me. But the whole world gonna see you getting your ass whooped, boy. The whole world gonna come back and look at this like, damn, man, this dude talking about Abraham and the migration, and he ain't even addressing the specimen. Like Abraham is the beginning of Shem, James. Abraham is not the beginning of Shem, you goofy.
One of the
Shemites
last
exist to be.
branches.
Thank you. One of the youngest branches. Shem existed prior to. And we know Shem proliferated that area. How do you get around that? You can't. J1 is in his proper area in the Caucasus, you know what I'm saying, and in Finland with his brothers, the Japhites. Hey, brother hit me up and said, he said, Ngozi said, your information's garbage. What I do? Call Ngozi right up here. Ngozi, I just fucked this nigga up. Woo, woo, woo. By the way, who Jaff? I mean, what's haplogroup J? Which son would he fall under, according to you? Jaffet. In the discussion. I like to go for the juggler, man. I don't play.
I mean, but the model's so crisp and so clean is obvious once you see it. You know what I'm saying? The way we explained it to them, and I know you say you spend extensive time explaining it to them, it naturally just falls through. It's easy to see. If you see that last glacial maximum as a flood, then the migration patterns from there, boom, that's just obvious. Can't even argue that.
Look, he gonna be talking about me for a whole week. Yeah, man, that guy just shoot. Yeah, nigga, that's what happened when you get your ass beat up by the junkyard dog. You're gonna have to talk about that ass whooping for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not finna go up in there. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46. I'm not doing that with you, man. Bro, what the evidence at, man? Can I get some material evidence? And I kept telling them, James, affirmation is not confirmation. Y'all keep treating a claim as if it's proof. Oh, well, you do this.
They say it enough times. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna believe it.
Right. And when I fucked him up, I said, bro, Shem don't start with Abraham. He going right back to the Abraham argument because he don't have any more arguments. Where's Shem from? Shem was always in the Middle East, right? Shem would have always been in the Levant, right? This is why we see Afro-Asiatic. The language that the Hebrews spoke come from Afro-Asiatic. Where did Afro-Asiatic come from?
Who it come from them basal Eurasians that was there carrying that E.
Come on, man. Stop playing. Stop playing, man.
I mean, this is at the point that this is the scientific consensus at this point. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even like, you know what I'm saying, we just pushing this now. We just saying like we said it before, you know what I'm saying, we ever had any scientific evidence to back it up, you know what I'm saying? We've been saying that we the original Asiatic people, but now we got the evidence, and what we saying is the consensus of science now. So I mean, don't be mad at us.
Look, this applies to faith of God. If you didn't graduate high school with at least a 3.3, don't talk to me.
Hey,
Don't talk to me. Yo, that's some funny shit. That's some funny shit. You just influenced the end of the show what the song gonna be. I'm downloading it right now. I'm downloading. Yeah, but you're right, man. Our argument's so solid because we not going with the mumbo jumbo no more, bro. We not dealing with the mumbo jumbo, bro. We looking for hard, solid facts, man. We not no Bible thumpers over here.
yeah, we took the time to understand how the scholars do their timetable, how they do things, and then understand how they look at, you know, quote unquote mythology, and then put it in a framework, and then bam. So our model makes a lot of sense, no matter if we going from a purely secular perspective or we gonna mold it in with the Bible. They can't do that. All they can say is the Israeli people that they got, Jay. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna argue that that's the haplogroup of the Israelites. Period. Even
Yeah, I
though
killed
all
them
of
on
them
that.
don't have J. A small minute of them have J. Most of them have E.
And I killed them on that, James. I said, bro, you using modern population density to explain an ancient group of people. No, you got to use ancient DNA. And I just start going in on the specimens. You know what I'm saying?
But
Hey,
he wasn't gonna pull up no E mark in West Africa. He wasn't fit to do that.
you heard me
No
ask him that?
10,000 years ago.
You heard me ask him that?
Yeah, he wasn't
That's
finna
why he
pull that
changed the
up.
subject. Oh, you believe in evolution? I said, I don't believe in macroevolution. Oh, you can't cherry pick it. I'm like, bro, who in here is talking about Darwinian evolution?
I would have told him why chromosomes is evolution. Goddamn.
Exactly.
That's what I would have told him.
And he trying to make me say, oh, do you believe we came from animals? Like, bro, like, is that what the topic? We're not talking about that. We talking about all these people Israelites tonight. No, bro, you trying to get a deflect because you don't got no more ammo. Your ammo is this. Abraham migrated from here. Tower of Babel. Okay, what else you got? Abraham migrated from here. Damn, nigga, you ain't got nothing else. That's all you got. Oh, modern population is J1. Okay, this is a classic $5 Indian. Just people affirm that these people are not. That doesn't mean they're originals. Moon Taser says it best in his book. High frequency does not equal autochthonous. Because we know people move in and kill people and replace them. Population replacement happens. Population replacement happened with our group when we went in and killed the pygmies.
Yep.
It happened with the Yamnaya when they went into Europe and killed the autochthonous Europeans, which would have been Japhites, which they were relatives to. G and I and H and stuff like that. You understand? Who Josephus said were Japhites.
Say what though?
So who am I going to believe? Josephus or faithful to Gog?
He gonna say Josephus, you know what I'm saying? He gonna say Josephus pseudo in a minute.
Yeah, Josephus a convert and he's pseudo now.
You know how it is. They used to tout Herodotus, then we'd be like, hey, wait a minute. Herodotus said this. Oh, nah, Herodotus, we ain't got no real evidence for Herodotus. But you was arguing for him at first, huh?
Right. And somebody tell this nigga there was no Canaanites 9,000. Why do I even have to say this? James, why do I even have to say this? There was no Canaanite population like it is, like it was in the Middle Bronze Age 9,000 years ago. Can someone show me that?
That means death. Because the people in the region during the Middle Bronze Age were the people from Neolithic Iran, Neolithic Anatolia, They had
Thank you.
migrated down there by that region, so
Thank
the
you.
indigenous Canaanites wouldn't even have been there no more, or
Thank
been in a
you.
very low frequency.
Right. Right. And we know that because they had Hurrian names. Come on, man.
It was Indo-European people.
That Bible mumbo jumbo shit don't work over here. This is source. All right, I got a paper right here. Y chromosome E haplogroups, their distribution and implication to the origin of Afro-Asiatic languages and pastoralism. You see my boy Munteza Ibrahim, right? And this is published in Nature. Archaeological and paleontological evidences point to East Africa as the likely area of early evolution of modern humans. Genetic studies also indicate the populations from this region often contain, but not exclusively, representatives of more basal clades of mitochondrial and Y chromosome phylogenies. Most Y chromosome haplogroup diversity in Africa, however, is present within macro haplogroup E that seem to have appeared 21 to 32,000 YBP, somewhere between the Red Sea and Lake Chad. I also want to bring this up. He said, oh, E1B1 is older than Abraham. J1 is older than Abraham too. If we want to go with the divergence and convergence times when these haplogroups purportedly pop up, J1 is like 26,000 years old. So he shut up about that, James. Bro, you're not talking to somebody that don't know this. I do this every fucking day. Everybody that know me, we're in an Israel elite group on Facebook. All I do every day is share sources.
Yep.
So while you on social media arguing with somebody, I'm reading. Think about that. When y'all having these 8, 12-hour debater logs, I'm reading and studying. All right, let me read the rest of this. Somewhere between the Red Sea and Lake Chad, the combined analysis of 17 allelic markers and 14 Y chromosomes together with cultural background of 49 populations displayed in various metrics. Network, multi-dimensional scaling, principal component analysis, and neighbor jointing plots. Indicating a major contribution of East African populations to the foundation of the macro haplogroup, suggesting a diversification that predates the appearance of some cultural traits and subsequent expansion that is more associated with the cultural and linguistic diversity witnessed today. The Proto-Afro-Asiatic group carrying EP2 mutation may have appeared at this point in time and subsequently gave rise to different major population groups, including current speakers of Afro-Asiatic languages in pastoralist populations. So where does the Afro-Asiatic come from? EP2, the father of E1B1A and E1B1B. We deal with empirical science here, not that Bible mumbo jumbo garbled nonsense Faithful to God deals with. All right. Anybody want to say something before we conclude? I think the nail's in the coffin, man. In my opinion, ain't nothing else to talk about this dude. All right, man. We out of here, bro. Y'all seen it? Y'all haven't seen it? Oh, you want to say something, brother?
Yeah, real quick. I was.
What was you saying, Sean? Sean, we're losing you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
you can bad.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello?
I can hear you. He must be getting a delay.
Yeah, I don't know how much.
Like you going in and out, Sean. You going in and out, bro. Hey, Sean, hit me on Clubhouse. I'll be on Clubhouse afterwards, bro. Because you keep going in and out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. I don't know what's going on. All right, meet you in Clubhouse.
There you go. No, there you go. I hear you now. Go ahead. I can hear you now. It's clear.
Yeah, no, I was saying, I was telling my wife that I must have missed something epic because I'm hearing you. I tuned in late on YouTube, and I've been disconnected all day from Clubhouse because wifey, she wanted me to sit still. But anyway, I didn't know that you and Faithful had this debate. This was on Clubhouse on his channel. Was it your room?
No, it was his room. He kept muting me and stuff. Threatening to throw me into the room, into the audience. He threw the moderator
That's what I was
out.
about to say. You were able to get in?
I was able to get in, and we had a moderator. Then he threw the moderator out. He threw him out after I gave him 3 rounds of straight fire. And he was like, oh, no, we can't do this back and forth stuff again. 5 minutes each stuff. No, he's eating my ass up. Get out of here, moderator. I'm like, what is this dude doing? Oh, let me question you. Do you believe evolution? What does that have to do with the topic, bro? We trying to figure out who the Israelites are. You want to talk about evolution, Darwinian evolution. That's irrelevant, bro.
Yeah, I didn't catch any of that. I'm gonna do the rewind. I was just listening, and I heard you and Orthodox More speaking at first, and I heard, and I was like, I'm waiting for y'all to say the name. I couldn't, but I'm just surprised you was able to get on get into one of his rooms because he blocks people.
Well, people pressured him because he had me blocked. I didn't even know I was blocked. He was like, "Oh, Faithful God over here talking or whatever. You want to go in there?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll go in there real quick." Punch his head in. I'll go in there real quick. So I tried to get in there and said, "The room is over." I said, "The room is over." It said, "No, you blocked." I was like, "Man, I ain't do nothing to this dude to be blocked. He's scared."
Right.
That's all it is. He's scared. I never been in a conversation with Faithful to Gog. It's Gog with G-O-G.
Yeah, I heard that. All right, I'll meet you over in Clubhouse. But yeah, no, I was just surprised that you was able to get, because I remember I had a question for him. Remember we was on class and I told you I went into the room and I just had a question for. I had a question actually in the statement. I wasn't trying to debate the brother or nothing, and it was blocked. He wasn't letting, you couldn't put your hand up.
Yeah, he turned it off there because I was I was applying pressure, bro. Like he was getting his ass. Man, look, that shit wasn't even close, man. That wasn't even close, man. It was one person trying to give, a eisegesis versus one person providing evidence, which was me.
God.
I be telling these dudes, Sean, like, God, while you on the internet arguing 24/7 on Clubhouse, I'm reading, I'm studying.
God.
No,
I was surprised that happened so quickly because we was just on Clubhouse the other day, remember? And I told you, I think James was on. It was in the evening, and the sister was on there. Rhea. Am I saying it right? But anyway, I came on and I was like, yo, I just tried to go. They be blocking over there. And he was like, yeah, that's what the fuck. Excuse my language. That's what they be doing. Like, all right. But I was surprised you got in. But I'm gonna go back and check the rewind. You get ready to do something on Clubhouse now?
Yeah, I might go in there and talk about it here in a minute. I'm looking for this quote because I'm about to end this with a song, you know what I'm saying? But I'll be on there in a minute and I'll ping you.
Con. All right, shalom to everybody on the panel.
Shalom, brother. Shalom,
fam.
Faithful to God. If you didn't graduate high school with at least a 3.3, don't talk to me. Faithful to God. Got one for you.
Fell off like a bad bag of dope. You heard me? Ain't nobody want holler. I done shook back like a 4.5 hard. Now everybody want holler. If you ain't keep it real, I don't want holler. Don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. Now that I'm back on my feet, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. When you see me in the street, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. Act like you don't know me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. I don't want holler. You know how it is when you're ballin', everybody want holler. But the day you fall off, you lose most of your partners. Niggas be acting funny, hoes they won't duck you. Used to sweat you hard, now they don't want fuck you. Screening on your calls, don't want answer the phone. You ain't working with nothing, they want you to leave them alone. You You ain't working with nothing, they saying they ain't home. You're saying to yourself, boy, that hoe wrong, I'ma get you. Wait till I get my shit straight, I'ma fix you. I got a cake baked for you, I didn't bounce back. I'm here to clear my name up. And while I'm doing that, I'm about to fuck the game up. A year ago, I was fucking my veins up. Now I'm on the grind, just getting my change up. The tables done turned, now everybody won't talk. If you ain't keep it real, I don't want talk. Don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. Now that I'm back on my feet, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. When you see me in the street, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. Act like you don't know me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. I don't want holler. When I was on my ass, niggas was acting funny. Niggas was shooing. Look what that dope done him. Niggas done me bad. I couldn't get nothing. Now they see me shining and holler, what up, cuz? Ain't nothing. Better get the fuck on before I sneak ya. Only real niggas could holler at me for a feature. Bitch niggas, I ain't fucking with y'all kind. So don't attempt to holler and waste my time. I don't want your number. I don't want be your friend. I don't want your tracks. I fuck with medicine men. I don't want no dap. Don't you grin in my face, cause I know it's fake. You'll make me spit in your face. I'm back now. Shopper City is on the move, and I feel like Ludacris. Bitch, you better move. Get out the way while I'm walking through. If you ain't real, I don't want to talk to you. Don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. Now that I'm back on my feet, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. When you see me in the street, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. Act like you don't know me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. I don't want holler. Oh, they got these niggas be getting busted with like 5-10 bricks. Go to the feds looking at life. Be home in like 3 years. You know something ain't right with that. Don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. You done got an early release. Don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. Looking at life and done 3. Don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. I know you work for the police. Don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. I don't want holler. Man, I ain't lying, the game done got flaky. You don't know who is who, the game done got shady. Niggas play hard, get popped and start faking. Get off of the deal to rat, they hop up and take it. Look up next week, your shops is getting raided. Scared to go to the pen, they know they can't make it. Calling me collect, I'm hanging up in they face. Trying to talk in codes, I know the call being traced. I ain't the one to play, I know you can't be trusted. Everybody know you got half the city busted. Boy, you're down bad, you're playing the game raw. I thought you was a G, you ain't real as I thought. You went against the code, disrespect the game. You lost your ghetto pass, going against the grain. Boy, that's sour, Jesus can't holler. I hope it rain on you and you get shot by that wire. Don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. You done got an early release. Don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. Looking at life and done 3. Don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. I know you work for the police. Don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. I don't want holler.
All right, man. Shalom, y'all. Y'all can catch me on Clubhouse. 7 Gang, Source Gang over everything. You know how I'm rocking, man. 7 candlesticks up. It ain't a debate. It's a stick up gang.